What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to show you the automation that I use to find business owners' personal emails, personal phone numbers at mass. This is the exact automation that I use that scrapes business owners' personal numbers and personal emails that I use for my daily outreach. Now, we are all aware of scraping tools that allow you to scrape from Google Maps and places. The problem with scraping from these tools and scraping from Google Maps is the data you are going to collect is not necessarily going to be the data of the business owner. And that is why the automation that I have set up is specifically put in place to get me the owner details, not the gatekeeper, not just the business phone number, not just the business email, but the personal phone numbers and the personal emails of the actual business owner. Now, let me walk you guys through the mechanics of how this all comes together. Now, first things first, we need to pull data from a Google Sheet, and we are going to start with a sheet like this. So, to find the business owner details, first we need obviously the business name, we need the address of the business, we need the phone number for that business, and we need that business's specific website. Now, if you don't know where to get this information from in the first place, if you don't have something in place that can scrape business names, addresses, phone numbers, and websites, I'm going to drop a link somewhere here in the description, in the pinned comment, so that you can watch another one of my videos which shows you exactly where to get this information from. Now, once we set up a sheet like this, once we've got our data, right, the next thing we are going to do inside of NA10 is we have this automation set up to pull this data. So it's pulling out the business name, the address, the phone number, and the website. Now, when we're pulling that information, we are pushing it through to SERPA API. And what SERPA is set up to do, it is a search API that completes searches for us at bulk. Now, let me show you what SERPA is actually doing. SERPA is taking the link, right? It's taking the domain of the actual business, which it is pulling directly from our Google Sheet. It's taking the domain name, Davis Piadrix DDS, right? And then what SERPA is doing is essentially is searching up the business name's domain owner, right? And it's doing that at bulk. Now, we can see right here that we've got Dr. Pat Davis and Matt Davis as the actual owners of the business. Imagine us having to do that manually for this entire sheet. It would take ages. It would take decades, right? For us to manually find out who the owner is. So what SERPA is doing is it is automatically running an automation where it's doing all of that. It's doing a search exactly like this for every single person in our list, and it is compiling the list of business owners for that specific domain. So for every single row in our Google Sheet, for this specific domain, we are going to associate the owners of this business to Dr. Pat Davis and Matt Davis. And SERPA is going to do the same exact thing for every single row inside of this Google Sheet. Now, you can see we have multiple different results that come up when we search for the domain name and then the owner. There's a bunch of different results that come up over here. We are using ChatGPT to essentially look over all the different results that came up when we searched this up and find the most likely person to be the owner of this specific business. Now, once we have done that, once ChatGPT has said, okay, the person's name who keeps coming up is Dr. Matt Davis. This person is most likely the owner of this business. We are then going to take Matt Davis, right, and set their first name and last name as a custom variable inside of NA10. And then the next thing we are going to do, this is how we actually find out the business owner's email, the business owner's phone number. This is how we find out their personal details. We are using a tool called skiptrace, which is available in the console.apify.com. And the data that we are feeding this skiptrace is the name of the business owner, the city of the business owner, and the state of the business owner. Now, with that data alone, we are able to go and find, right, the first name of the business owner, the last name, their age, where were they born, where do they actually currently live, what's their street address, right, what's their postal code, what's their county name, and most importantly, the stuff that we're all looking for: email number 1, email number 2, email number 3, email number 4, email number 5, phone number 1, phone number 2. You're getting all the different possible emails that could be associated to this business owner, as well as multiple different phone numbers that could be associated to this business owner. And then we're taking that data and we're putting it back into our Google Sheet. Inside of our Google Sheet, we'll have a separate field for results. Now let me actually run this automation and show you guys exactly what it looks like. So when I click execute workflow, this whole thing that I've just walked you through is going to execute step by step. Okay, and let me actually head over to the Google Sheet so that, there we go. You guys can see this being updated in real time. The workflow is running inside of NA10, and in real time, our Google Sheet, there we go again, is being updated, right, with the search results. So all these people from here, right, we just have their business name, their address, their phone number, their website. And only with this data alone, we are able to go and find the business owner's name, email, phone number, address, their age, their birthday. We're able to find all of this information, which links back directly to the decision maker, to the owner of the business, to the person, right, that you want to be reaching out to. Now, I do this at bulk. I do this for all of my outreach. If you guys want access to the same exact system that I use, that gets me unlimited business owner details every single day, that I use for my own agency, for my own outreach, in the comments below, in the description below, there will be a link to my mastermind where you can access all of these automations as a small benefit. This is just one of the small benefits that you get access to when you join my mastermind.